Hi there, Erin Ann Byrne here from Triangle Communications, and I'm going to show you how to load a PDF document onto your iPad. There's a lot of great material out there on the internet available for free, and some of it's quite elaborate, quite sophisticated, and but you don't necessarily want to print it all out because that'll kill your printing budget for one thing, and for another thing, it's just really handy to have it all stacked up in one place. And so this is how you're going to load it onto your iPad so you can take it with you, whether you're going to the cottage, whether you're going to be commuting on the bus to work, sitting in the doctor's office for half an hour. There's lots of opportunities for downtime here and there throughout the day, and it's great to have some really good material to read while you're in that resting mode or waiting mode. So here's one place where you can get fantastic material if you're looking for information on online marketing, for instance, how to use the different social media tools, all of that. It's hubspot.com. And I don't know what the page will look like by the time you're looking at it, but for today, this is how their landing page looks. And we're going to go to the section where they have their resources. This is what they're calling it right now. And we're going to go to more marketing resources. In here they have webinars, they have discussion areas, they have ebooks, kits, podcasts, studies, and reports. And they have everything that ranges from beginner to advanced scientific, and they just have fantastic materials. I can't say enough about the quality of their material. Their information is really good quality. It's well written as well. And so I'm going to go to one on LinkedIn. As I scroll down, you'll see there's some really neat stuff. Battle of the New Social Networks. Unlock the ROI of your marketing with analytics. So you can see there's some fairly high level material in here, as well as some kind of beginnerish new Facebook business page timelines, how to use your Facebook timeline. Pinterest for business. It's a new idea. How do you use it for business? So here's one on LinkedIn, and we're going to click on the link here, and then I'm just going to pause the video for a moment while I fill in this information, and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. So I filled in the information that they asked me for in exchange for giving me this book for free. And actually, I have no problem doing that. They only ever give out great stuff. But the worst thing that can happen is I can just unsubscribe from their email list. And so I don't mind giving them my email address in exchange for some really great material. So now this is the window that comes up once I submit my name and email address. And in order to download it, I'm using Safari and on a Mac, and in order to download it, I'm going to click here, but I'm going to right click and I'm going to save the linked file to downloads. So there you go, and now it's down in your download folder. This is what happens if I just click it ordinarily. It'll open up in my browser window, and that's. And then there's how to scroll through the pages, but I don't want to read it on here. I want to read it on my iPad. So I've downloaded it to my desktop and to my computer, my download folder. Now to get to my download folder, I need to just click in the window so I can get a new Finder window open, and all my files. I don't have much. This is my demo zone in my computer. But here's the downloads folder, and there it is. Now that's the first step. So we've gone out, we've found some great material, and we've downloaded it to the desktop. Now what we need to do is we need to load it into iTunes so that we can then transfer it to the iPad. So here we go. Just as an aside, sometimes you can email it to yourself, and this is actually quite a small file, so you could do that, but I'm not going to go into that today. What I am going to do though, just before I transfer it over to my iTunes library, is I'm going to clean up the name, because it's just a thing I have. I like it to be easy to find later on. What have I done? Linked in, I'll take out that L and turn that into a space, turn that into a space, space, experts. And then the other thing I like to do is I like to credit where it came from so that I can remember that later if I want to tell somebody else about it. So that came from HubSpot. Now I've got the name and I've got my iTunes window open. If it's small like this or even smaller like this, it's not going to work for you the way that you want it to. So you want to make it bigger so that you can see this zone over here. Click on the file and drag it over to here until this turns blue. Let go. Quick as a wink, it copies into your iTunes library. I'm going to add the author here, HubSpot, and there I have it. And now I'm going to go to my iPad, and there it is, automatically synced in. Now, it doesn't always, and so what you want to do is make sure that this box here is checked. Now, this is what your iPad looks like. I'm just going to back up a little bit. When you've plugged in your iPad, it'll show up over here under devices. There's summary information about your iPad, the apps that you have on it, tones, music, podcasts, books. So this is about books, and so that's what we're doing here. And learning LinkedIn from the experts right here. You want to make sure that's check marked, and then hit apply. And don't worry about that. It's got some material on my iPad. It's wondering if I want to transfer it to my computer another time. And so now it should be there. However, I do recommend that before you actually get in the car and pull out of the driveway for the weekend, you double check to make sure it actually copied onto your iPad and it wasn't just a false sync, just to be sure. It's just really disappointing when you go looking for a file. I've had it happen once or twice, and I thought I did it properly and made a mistake somewhere along the way, and it wasn't there. So before you leave, make sure you do this a day or two in advance so you have time to double check it and make sure everything is the way you want it to be. And if it's not, then just do it again. It'll be fine. It'll work out. So there you go. That's it. That's how you get your great reading material from the internet onto your iPad. Enjoy.